there, everybody. It's Martin, and it's Men's Health Week. And there's a couple of messages out there that I would like to respond to. It's going to be a bit of a different video, but there are a couple of messages that are being peddled out there that I feel are really unhelpful and potentially dangerous. And so I just felt compelled from my heart to say, Martin, you've got to stand up to this and share some words, because there are going to be men out there that hear these messages. And maybe they're not feeling quite as confident as they would like. Maybe they're feeling a bit less than. Maybe they're not feeling good enough. And these messages, if they then hear them, are either going to put fuel on that fire, or at worst, it could be absolutely disastrous. So I feel in my heart that I want to share with you. So I'm going to do this over 2 videos, otherwise it'd be really long. So I'm going to take two topics. And what really worries me is if I'm picking up on these, because if you know anything about me, I'm super focused. I share abundantly. I'm prolific on social media, sharing the value, sharing what can make a difference to you, the articles, the videos, because I want to help you live your best life. And definitely for all the dads out there, stress less about work. But I don't spend inordinate amounts of time scrolling through my feed, through everybody's dramas, all the negativity, all the conspiracy theories. I don't spend my time focused on the news and all the negativity there. There are far better ways to spend your time on the positivity, the stuff that lights you up, the stuff that makes a difference. So the very fact that I'm seeing these messages, it worries me, because it means so many more people are seeing them. And if it just catches them at the wrong moment, well, it could be disastrous. So the very first one, and I can't believe we're having this conversation in the 21st century, but to be honest, we seem to have it about gender, we seem to have it about race, about sexuality, about religion. We've got so much to learn, we really have. But one of the messages out there right now is about what it means to be a real man, what it means to be a real man. And the message is, to be a real man, you've got to be a chest-beating alpha male. You got to be built like a brick house. You don't cry. You don't share. You don't show weakness. You don't even like things like Star Wars, or you don't play with toys. I can't believe we're having the conversation. Now, look, if there are people out there and that's their blueprint for the world, blueprint for how they wish to live their life, that's fine. Go and knock yourself out. Go and live that way if it lights you up. But the dangerous thing is trying to put that blueprint on other people and make them feel lesser. When you start going, you're not a real man if you don't, then this is very, very unhelpful. Because I'm here to say, what the heck is the definition of a real man? You can do and be passionate about whatever you want to. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, you can do and be passionate about anything. So yeah, you can cry. Crying is part of life. Everyone cries. It's good to cry. Crying out loud. A couple of weeks ago, I watched Dear Evan Hansen. I was broken. It's okay to cry. It's okay to show weakness. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to share. It's how we learn. It's how we express ourselves. It's how we get better. It's how we overcome challenges. It's how we overcome the darkness in our life. It's how we get better and be better and do better. So it's okay to do that. And don't even get me started on Star Wars, right? I'm a massive Star Wars fan. I'm a massive Star Trek fan. I'm a massive movie fan. I'm a massive DC fan. I'm a massive Marvel fan. I love all things nerdy and geeky. I love toy. Look, there's a reason I'm doing this in my office. I'm surrounded, but I love Lego. You can see the DC stuff. I've got Batman's house up there. I've got the Iron Man. I've got Hulkbuster. I've even got my own face in Lego. It's not an ego thing. It's just like I was one of the first people in the UK to actually have that done. It's brilliant. I love Lego. I love toys. I love Funko Pops. I love action figures. I love lightsabers. I love movies. I love going to the movies. I love watching the TV. Don't do it all the time, but I love this stuff. I love all kinds of music. I love Iron Maiden and Guns N' Roses. I love Biggie Smalls. I love Tupac. I love the Rat Pack. I love Michael Bublé. I love Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Whitney Houston. I love the Overtones, Calabro, Justin Timberlake. I love Andrea Bocelli. I love Mozart. I play the violin. I play the piano. I'm learning to play the ukulele. I love all these things. I love my family. I love my wife. I love my children. I love my friends. I'm a massive hugger. I hug my family. I hug my friends. I hug complete strangers. You come and see me at my events, chances are you might get a hug if you want one. But yeah, I also love other things. I do love those more traditional, manly things. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love Sylvester Stallone, but not because of just their physicality. I love Dwayne Johnson. It's their mentality. It's their success. It's their pathway to success. It's their commitment, their dedication. I love bodybuilders. A lot of people don't like body, but the commitment and dedication required to get a body, whether you've had assistance or not, is most people can't understand it. I love fitness. I love working out. I love the great outdoors. Oh, I love all those sorts of characters, but I love Mickey Mouse. I love Minnie Mouse. Goofy is my favorite. He's just over there. Look, there he is. I love Disney. I'm a huge Disney fan. I've been to Disney World and the Disney park so many times. I love the roller coasters and the thrill rides, but stick me on Small World and the Carousel of Progress. I'm your man there too. But yeah, I love the outdoors as well. I love climbing. I love axe throwing. I love skateboarding. I love snowboarding. I've climbed mountains. I've climbed across mountains. I've canoed down rivers. I've walked across burning hot coals. I've broken arrows on my throat. I've jumped off the 108th floor of the Stratosphere Hotel in Las Vegas to conquer my fear of heights. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I'm a nerd. I love music. I love movies. I love it all. I love theater. I love musicals. I love musical theater. None of these things make me less of a man or more of a man. They're just me. They're just what lights me up. It's what I love. It's just who I am. And for anybody to come along and say, hey, you're not a real man because you don't do this and you like all those other things, we don't need that in our life. Human being to human being, man to man, we don't need that. Because you can be and do whatever it is that you want to do and be passionate about. Like I said, as long as you're not hurting anybody else. I'm a rich tapestry of all of those things, and I'm proud to be that. For 20 years in the financial services industry, I wasn't really myself. I didn't feel like I fitted in. There were glimpses. I would organize colleague events and we would get crazy and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, I held myself back. I know there's an appropriate time to talk about Lego or whatever, but for the most part, I wasn't myself. I talk about it in my book, my chapter in Authenticity in Us, the book, about how you can lose yourself when you start listening to all these other expectations of what you could be or should be, and you're not true to yourself, and it can be really, really damaging. So this is my message, the first of the messages I wanted to get out to you about Men's Health Week and what it means to be a real man. There's no such thing. Just be you. Be the hero of your story. Define what that is. Define what your story is. Define what it means to be you in your story, and go live it. Go embrace it. Go and share it with people. Go and find other people that love the things that you love. They might not love all of the things that you love. I got friends that love Lego. I love people that love the outdoors. You go and surround yourself with these people. Oh, I was going to say one of the other things, alcohol, right? Hey, I don't drink beer. I don't drink wine. I don't drink champagne. Not because I'm on a health kick. I don't like it. And I'm okay with that. Got a good whiskey in front of me, though. Yeah, under the stars, a fire, bottle of whiskey, us nerding out about movies. That's a perfect night. Go be you. Proudly you. Nurture your passions. Surround yourself with people that love them too and that can light up your life. Won't be the hero of your story. You've got this. And together, we've got this.